Hello friends, today we are going to study about economic order quantity. In this video, we'll cover the meaning of EOQ, the formula for calculating EOU, and the questions asked in the last 4 attempts of CA Intermediate new syllabus and assumptions of EOQ. So what is EOQ? When we order any raw material, there are majorly two types of costs that we have to incur. One is the ordering cost, and second is the carrying cost. What is ordering cost? Ordering cost, when you're ordering a product, you have to invite quotations from the supplier, then select the supplier you want to procure the material from. A lot of documentation takes place, such as preparation of the purchase order, invoicing, etc. The goods have to be delivered from the supplier's location to our own location. The goods are then inspected. All such costs incurred are called ordering costs. In short, it includes all the costs that are incurred from the time the decision is made to procure a material to the actual delivery of that material to the warehouse of the business. Once we have received the goods, we have to store those goods. That is, we have to hold those inventory in stores. For that, we'll need a warehouse for which we'll have to pay rent, maintenance charges. The goods have to be insured so that in case any calamity occurs, we can recover the salvage value. All these costs are unavoidable and we have to incur it. Therefore, we have to select how much quantity we want to order because each order will incur an ordering cost and we have to carry those inventories in stores. If we order more than what we require, then extra expenditure will be incurred in insurance and storage costs. Therefore, we have to strike just the right balance between the ordering cost and the carrying cost. That is where economic order quantity comes into play. Economic order quantity is the size of an order for which the total of ordering and the carrying costs are at a minimum. In a way, it is the ideal cost it is the ideal size of an order for which all the costs incurred will be a minimum. Now that we have studied what is EOQ, we look at the formula for calculating EOQ. There are three major components in the formula. First is the cost per order, that is the ordering cost as we discussed in the previous slide. Next is the carrying cost, that is the cost of holding the inventory in the warehouse. And third is the annual requirement, how much unit of a product we are going to need in a particular year. Now let us look at an example to understand the concept a little better. This question had been asked in CA Intermediate November 18 exam of the new syllabus. It is important to note that the material cost is a very big chapter, but questions mostly come from these sections only, such as EOQ, ROL, etc. Therefore, the concept of EOQ is very important to understand. Let us begin with the question. In the question, it is given that Messrs SJ Private Limited manufactures 20,000 units of a product per month. The cost of placing an order is 15,100. Purchase price is 100 per kg. Reorder period is 5 to 7 weeks. Consumption of the raw material varies from 200 to 300 kgs per week, the average consumption being 250 kgs, and the carrying cost of inventory is 9.75% per annum. We have to calculate the reorder quantity. The reorder quantity is nothing else but the economic order quantity itself. So even if in the question you find reorder quantity, don't get confused. It's nothing but EOQ. So in the EOQ formula, we have these three components: annual requirements, cost per order, and carrying cost per unit per annum. All these three components we are going to identify from the question. In the question, it is given that the raw material consumption varies from 200 to 300 kg per week, average consumption being 250 kgs. Now, over here, we might get confused as to which of these three quantities we should take. 200 kg, which is the minimum quantity, 300 kg, which is the maximum quantity, or 250 kg, which is the average consumption. In the questions of EOQ, we always take average consumption. Therefore, the annual requirement will be calculated by 250, that is the weekly consumption, into 52, which is the number of weeks in a year, giving us 13,000 kg as the annual requirement. Next, we have the cost per order. The cost per order has been directly given in the question as 1,500 rupees. Next, carrying cost per unit per annum. The carrying cost has been mentioned in the unit in the question as a percentage. Therefore, we calculate it by multiplying the purchase price of the raw material, that is 100 in this case, with the carrying cost of inventory, that is 9.75%, giving us rupees 9.75. Once we have identified all these three components of the equation, the question is really simple after that. We just have to put all these three figures in the equation and get the answer. The answer comes to 2,000 units. That is, at 2,000 units, the ordering cost and the carrying cost will be minimum. Next, we are going to look at example 2. This question was asked in intermediate November 19 new syllabus. It is mentioned in the question that Surekha Limited produces 4,000 liters of paint on a quarterly basis. Each liter requires 2 kg of raw material. The cost of placing an order is rupees 40. Purchase price is 50 per kg. Storage cost and interest cost is 2% and 6% per annum. The lead time for procurement of raw material is 15 days. Again, for calculating EOQ, we require annual requirement, cost per order, and carrying cost per unit per annum. First, let's look at the calculation of the annual requirement. In the question, it is given that Surekha Limited produces 4,000 liters of paint. Over here, a mistake can be made. People might consider that this 4,000 liter is the annual requirement, but we have to be careful at this stage. It is given that it produces 4,000 liters of paint. That is, 4,000 liter is the finished products. It is not the raw material used. In the next line, it is mentioned that each liter requires 2 kg of raw material. This 2 kg is the raw material. For 1 liter, we need 2 kgs. For 1 liter, we need 2 kg of raw material. Therefore, for 4,000 liter, we'll need 4,000 into 2 kgs, that is 8,000 kg of raw material. Again, this is the quarterly basis. The figure is given on a quarterly basis. We are going to have to multiply it by 4 to give us the total annual consumption. Therefore, the annual consumption comes to be 4,000 liters into 2 kg into 4, giving us 32,000 kg. Next, the cost per order has been given in the question directly as 40. The last component, carrying cost per unit. In this, two components of the carrying cost has been given in the question. One is the storage cost and the other is the interest cost. We'll have to add 2% plus 6%, that is a total of 8% interest cost is being incurred. The purchase price is given to be 50 per kg. Therefore, the carrying cost will come to be 50 into 8%, giving us 4 per unit. Now that we have identified all the three components, we just have to put it in the formula and get the final EOQ, that is the order size at which the ordering cost and the carrying cost will be minimum. So the answer comes to 800 kg. Just to reiterate, EOQ is a very easy concept, as you could have seen from the past 2 attempts question paper, and it is also asked repetitively. Therefore, it is very important to do this concept with clarity and in detail. We'll now look at another example which was asked in May 2018 new syllabus. So, it's mentioned in the question that Messrs X Private Limited, a manufacturing company, requires a component sky blue. The annual demand is 12,000 units. Cost of placing an order is 1,800. Cost per unit is 640. And carrying cost per annum is 18.75%. It's also mentioned that company has offered a quantity discount of 5% on the purchase provided order size is 3,000 components at a time. This question has two parts. One is to compute the EOQ that we have seen how to do in example 1 and example 2, but we also have to advise whether the quantity discount offer can be accepted. So let's compute the first part. Let's do the first part, that is calculation of EOQ. So again, we'll be requiring these three components: annual requirement, cost per order, and carrying cost per unit per annum. The annual demand is given to be 12,000 units. The cost per order has been given in the question as 1,800. Carrying cost, we'll find out by multiplying the cost per unit with the percentage, that is 640 into 18.75%, giving us annual requirement as 12,000 unit, ordering cost as 1,800, and carrying cost as 640 into 18.75%, that is 120. The EOQ comes out to be 600 units. That is, if we place an order of 600 units, the carrying cost and the ordering cost will be a minimal. Now coming to the next part of the question. The next part of the question requires us to calculate whether the quantity discount of 5% should be accepted or not. So when tackling this kind of situation, we are going to calculate the total ordering and the carrying cost had EOQ been ordered, and in the second scenario, the total cost if we avail the quantity discount and order the quantity required by the supplier. So first we'll calculate the total cost which will be incurred if we order the EOQ. If we have an order size of 600 units, we'll have to place the total number of orders will be the annual consumption, that is 12,000 units, divided by the order size 600 units, that is the number of order will come out to be 20. We'll have to place 20 orders if the order size is 600 units. Now, if the order size is 600 units and the annual consumption is 12,000 units, the purchase price cost will be the total unit, that is 12,000 into 640, giving us 76,80,000. The ordering cost will be the number of orders, that is 20, multiplied with the cost per order, which is given in the question as 1,800, giving us 36,000 as the total ordering cost. The carrying cost is calculated by multiplying the order size with the cost per unit with the percentage divided by 2. This is basically, to make this formula simple, carrying cost is calculated by order size, average order size, that will be order size divided by 2 into the cost per unit into the percentage. This cost per unit into percentage is nothing but carrying cost per unit, which we have derived in the earlier question itself. By this formula, we'll get the total ordering cost as 36,000 rupees, giving us a total cost of 76,52,000 rupees if we place 20 orders of 600 units each. Now we have to decide whether we should avail the quantity discount. If we avail the quantity discount of 5%, then we'll have to place an order of 3,000 components each time. Therefore, where quantity discount is ordered 3,000 units, number of orders will be 12,000 by 3,000, that is 4, which is 16 orders less than had we ordered the EOQ quantity. And the discounted price will become 640, that was the purchase price per unit, into 95%, giving us 608. That is, we'll have to make less number of orders by 16, and also the per unit price will decrease by 5%. We'll have to pay only 608 rupees for each quantity ordered. When we'll do this question, wherever we have used the purchase price per unit will get substituted with this discounted amount. Please don't use the actual purchase price given in the question. Assume the purchase price for this entire part of the question will be considered as the discounted price. The purchase cost, therefore, will become 12,000, which was the annual requirement, multiplied by the cost per unit, which is the discounted price, that is 608. In this question, it is very important to take the discounted price over here and not the complete price. So the purchase cost will become 72,96,000. The ordering cost will be calculated by number of order, that is 4, multiplied by the cost per order 1,800, that is 7,200. If we see, we are incurring a very low ordering cost over here because the number of orders has reduced by 5 times, which is a substantial number. The next is the carrying cost, which is order size will be 3,000 over here, divided by 2, multiplied by the discounted price into the carrying cost percentage. giving us 1,71,000 rupees. The 1,71,000, if we look at the answer, in this, if we order the discounted quantity, the ordering cost has reduced, but the carrying cost has increased substantially. The carrying cost was only 36,000 when EOQ was being ordered, but now the carrying cost is 1,71,000. This is because since we are ordering more units, we'll have to incur more costs in order to sustain those units. The storage of the unit, the insurance charges, etc., will obviously increase as the quantity in the warehouse increases. But the ordering cost will reduce because we are going to order lesser number of times. So if we see, when we were ordering the EOQ quantity, the total cost was coming to be 77,52,000, but with the quantity discount, we'll only have to pay 74 lakh, that is around 2 lakh less. So the question required us to advise whether we should accept the quantity discount. If we merely go by the financial implications, then the answer is definitely yes, we should go for the quantity discount because it will result in a cost saving of around 2 lakh rupees. But in real life situation, it's not always, the financial factor is not the only considerations we have to take into account. There are other factors as well, such as the longer the duration for which the inventory is lying in the stores, the tougher it will be to maintain those inventories. There can be loss due to pilferage. With passing time, the raw material might get obsolescent, it might expire. So we also therefore have to consider these factors as well. So to conclude, the cost of inventory is higher if EOQ is adopted. If we avail the discount of 5%, there will be a financial benefit of 2,77,000, which is a big enough amount, but the volume of average inventory will increase to 5 times. There will be risk of shrinkage, pilferage, etc. due to inventory increase in the average volume of inventory holding. This aspect should also be considered before taking the decision. So with this, we finish this question as well. This was a comparatively bigger question, but it was easy if you understand the concept behind it. Now guys, the formula of EOQ takes into account certain assumptions. First of all, when we were doing all the sums, if we look at the most basic sum, in the question, everything was mentioned. We had assumed that the cost of placing order will be 1800 rupees. The carrying cost will be 18.75%. But it is an annual order and we are forecasting at this point of time. The annual consumption might turn out to be more than 12,000 units. It might turn out to be less. The cost of placing an order might increase after 5 to 6 months into the year. The carrying cost might increase after 2 to 3 months into the year if LIC and all increases their premium. So all these figures are hypothetical. Not exactly hypothetical, but we have budgeted it on the basis, forecasted it on the basis of some past trends, which might not hold true as we progress in the year. Therefore, the first assumption that EOQ considers is that the quantity of material the anticipated usage of material is known. That is, the annual consumption won't change during the course of the year. The ordering cost and the carrying cost are known and it will remain fixed throughout the year. The cost per unit of material is constant and known. And the quantity of material order is received immediately, that is, the lead time is 0. With this, friends, we have completed the concept of EOQ. I have tried to cover the past 4 papers of CA Intermediate new syllabus because it is one of the most frequently asked topics in cost and management accounting. Again, it is an easy topic and very quick, and you can understand it with quite ease. but you have to pay attention to this topic because it definitely gets questioned a lot in the examinations. In case of any doubt, please feel free to post them in the comment section below. Thank you and happy learning.